I want to welcome everybody. My name is Ron Middleman. I'm Vice President CJ Stroh. Randall, our president, could not be here. I say with the James, he said with interest. I don't know, but we're here. Oh, absolutely. JR, oh, there's good looking. Come on in, guys. First thing, if you have not got a little ticket for door prizes, see my we have pretty really good door prizes. Right there should give you a ticket for door prize. Let's do a board roll call real quick for technical reason. Gene is here, Winter's here, Bond is here, I'm here, Randall's not here, and Ruth is not here. So, oh, and it's on Zoom. Thank you, Anna. Actually, we got quite a few. Chief, come on, we're going to start off with Chief. This is Chief Doug Balli, our Chief of Police. We just say Chief, but you know, Chief of Police. We really do thank Chief for coming. We also were going to have Marshall Stroud, but he had issues tonight, so we have just a Chief, but that's good enough. I want to remind everyone, and I know you know, but Chief really doesn't work with code enforcement, because we're going to do, if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to ask it. And I know there are a lot of code enforcement issues. He's not the man to answer. He's the man that just puts you in jail. We're really glad to have you. We really are. We really appreciate all that you guys do. We appreciate it. And just FYI, to hear me this, my next door neighbor's son-in-law is one of your police officers, so we really love you guys. It's all Chief. I know. You don't recognize him. Oh, how funny.
How great is the work on a island? You can't get away with that in Chicago or Houston, but you can here, and I'm happy to be here. A little bit about me: I'm a Galvestonian. I'm from here. I'm BOI. Went to high school here and moved away for a little bit. And I'm back, but I started with the PD in 1994, and it's been 12 years since we had an internal chief, and so I'm very proud to stand before you as a Galvestonian and be here. It's not often these days that someone from within at a department our size is given the opportunity that I've been given. I'm very fortunate, very grateful to have been selected, and hopefully I don't mess it up. So that's my main goal, is just don't break it. It's okay. Just a few things about the PD. Earlier in the year, I think the Great Resignation hit everyone, and it hit us as well. And there's a lot of things that have occurred over the last 24 to 36 months that have created that situation. But there's a lot of officers that are just walking away from the profession, and that's okay. Some of them are going out and they're finding things to do, and they're realizing that, no, this was my calling, and they're coming back. So that's good. But we were sitting at about 32 vacancies, which is extremely tough, considering that an entire patrol shift is about 25. Considering with all of the command from lieutenant all the way down to the officers who actually work the street. And so it's crippling, because you have to steal from Peter to pay Paul. You have to answer your calls. You have to respond to those 911 calls. You have to respond to everything. So we managed, and take a narcotics officer and pull him back to patrol, and some detectives back to patrol, and some traffic safety guys back to patrol. And you just manage and keep going. Since that time, we've hired multiple. We've lost a few more. We're sitting at currently 13 vacancies. So we've cut it over half, and we're feeling pretty good about things. We have a test again this Friday, so if any of you want to change professions, please come on out. We'd love to have you. Oh, you know, it can't be all that much for CV. Actually, I was 21 when I got hired. I look much different than this. But I'm fat and happy, and life is good. And my wife, it's her fault. She feeds me. So I love, this is the first time I've come out and actually got to have a drink, and have a glass of wine, and be able to speak. So at first I was like, ooh, that's the evening. And then I thought, okay, no, that's great. That's great. I'm happy. Then I thought, oh man, the Astros are playing that. It's the first game, but it was an afternoon game. So everything worked out perfectly. And I got to come here and have a glass of wine and speak to y'all wonderful folks. So thank y'all again for having me. We're shoring up the vacancies, and we'll continue to work on that. Another project that we just completed a week ago this past Saturday. There's not many chiefs of police that want the Department of Justice calling their phone or having anything to do with their PD or being in town at all. We try to keep them away, but pick up the phone, contact the Department of Justice, got them down here, and we've been working together for over a year on a program called Strengthening Police and Community Partnerships. And that culminated a few Saturdays ago. And we had a large forum at Ball High School and invited a great deal of the community to come out and be involved in it. And essentially it was a lot of breakout groups, because we wanted to hear basically how the community views us and what it is that we can do better, and how we improve not only our image, but our service to the community. And so we worked on that. We were there for about 9 hours that day, and we got some really good feedback. And we seated a council that will begin meeting in November and bringing issues to the police department. And so we're excited to be able to work with the community in that aspect for the first time. There's a few of these that have gone on around the country. They're not very plentiful because, like I said, most police chiefs aren't going to invite the DOJ in, but I'm happy to do so. And anything that can reflect favorably upon the police department and the city, and then bring us closer to the community, I think is a win. And so that's where we're at on that. For y'all too much, which leads me to current events in Galveston, and some pretty tough times. For the first time ever, I've been here since 1994, and I've never seen tragedy like we saw it in a 4-week period. And it was crippling, devastating, and just something that's very hard to overcome. And it affected our community as a whole in a very deep and meaningful way. And we knew there was something that we needed to do. And I remember the golf cart accident was just horrific. And then 8 days later, we lose a gentleman in a scooter accident. And then it was about 11 days later, we lose the 2 children in a Jeep, and then another critically injured. And these are Galveston's children. Yep. These are kids. Mom was driving. I mean, a lot of us are parents. I mean, can you imagine how many times were you driving along and you picked up your child's friends and you're going somewhere, and other parents have entrusted you to get there safely, and they never made it to the football game. So we knew something had to be done. So this takes us back to those vacancies and how you prioritize patrol. And when you do that, sometimes you steal from Peter to pay Paul. And so what had diminished was our traffic safety. And so getting back down to our most basic level and saying we got to do something about this, we have to do it immediately. And we did. And we implemented, we put some personnel back in those positions, guys that and just our personnel that just, they care and they wanted to be there and they want to go out and make a difference. We started up August 19th. It was actually before the the Jeep accident. And as of last week, we're sitting somewhere in the neighborhood of 120 impaired driving arrests in that time. And so I couldn't be more impressed and more proud of the response from our officers, because they see this need and they're going out and they're doing their best to make a difference. The goal is to bring that unit up to 16 total, 10 motorcycles. When I was a young officer riding motorcycles, we had 10. And we were able to go out and do a lot of things. And traffic enforcement as a whole does a lot, because those lights in a neighborhood, the lights on Broadway, the lights inbound on 45, the lights on the seawall, anytime you see them, you're going to slow down or you're going to stop the behavior that you're doing. And there's studies that back that. So we believe by placing the emphasis on traffic safety, we will get more officers into the neighborhoods and doing some things that will hopefully help us deter crime. So that's where we're at with that. And I'll circle back to that here shortly and see if y'all can help me on that. I had the opportunity to look over your Good Neighbor brochure. Loved it. It was really good, and just kind of racking my brain knowing that Marshall Stroud wouldn't be able to be here. These people are going to run me out of the restaurant. There's not a whole lot I'm going to be able to communicate to them that actually helps them in any way. But I thought I could get up here and at least give you some information. And circling back to impaired driving and the Good Neighbor brochure, I think I'm probably correct in that you have your Good Neighbor brochure and it's there, and I love it. And actually, I love just that. I love the thought of this organization, an organization that you're revitalizing the communities and you care about your neighbors. We get so many quality of life issue complaints regarding STRs, but I believe that those aren't owners that embody what it is that you do. And so I appreciate you very much. So you have your Good Neighbor brochure, and I'm sure somewhere in your STRs, there's a binder of some sort that kind of gives the do's and don'ts of not only the rental itself, but also probably some do's and don'ts in Galveston. And if we could add something in there, that Galveston Police Department has a zero tolerance policy for impaired traffic, and all of the opportunities that someone has, a lot of your properties probably are very close to trolley stops, and maybe they're not, but if we educate people on what the trolley does, for $1, I live at 21st and Strand, for $1, I can get all the way to Moody Gardens, and another $1 gets me home, and anywhere in between. And so as long as I'm on it by 10 p.m., I can get back to the house. But more than that, there's tons of opportunities for ride shares, taxis. Have a plan and don't drive after you've been consumed. If y'all could help in that way, I think it would just be very meaningful. And it's your personal assistance and helping this matter and helping us kind of shape what Galveston will become. We're Houston's playground in a lot of ways, and sometimes the rules that apply at home don't so much apply here. Sometimes a golf cart's more like a go-kart. It's just kind of a play toy, and it's really not. But the mentality sometimes when you come here, you're on vacation, and it's okay. We want to change. We want to become the place you don't want. And we will. I think we will. We won't take our foot off the gas on this initiative. As long as I'm here, the next chief will do something different. Maybe he won't. Maybe he will continue upon the path that we're on. But I would appreciate any help that y'all could bring to the table. So our biggest complaints are really, and they're, I'm not preaching to the choir, you already know, loud noise. That's the majority of the complaints that we get from STRs. I think that y'all are all probably very well aware of what the ordinance is. Sound is 75 decibels during the day, 70 at night. And it doesn't take that much to get to 70. Really. But we were at a concert in the park here last Saturday, and yay for technology. I pulled up my Apple Watch and it was hitting 116. I was like, yeah, I thought it was a little loud. I didn't realize it was that loud. The police siren's 95. And so it was pretty loud. But it was a good show and there was a lot of people there. So that's good for Galveston. It's really about all I have. Does anybody have any questions? Yes, sir.
Chief, I'm curious. I know you need extra help when there are events in town, and Mardi Gras being the craziest one, but we have a lot of other events. Do you guys get extra help for those things?
We do. We do. We contract with the sheriff's office a lot, and we bring in officers from independent school district, from surrounding agencies to. We do. And even on a busy weekend, if we need extra help, normally we wouldn't rely on outside agencies for just a typical normal weekend, but anytime if someone says Blue Water is going to be here Saturday, we know we're going to experience we're going to experience a lot of folks on the island. But we will reach out and contract with, and it's essentially, hey, we'll pay X if you'll come work, and a lot of times the sheriff's office will send a vehicle with it, charge us for the vehicle. We just pay for the officer, the deputy, and he'll go out and we'll put him on a beach assignment and just have him work the beaches or something, generally a very ancillary assignment, and we take all of the core. And if they're to get into anything major, of course, we're going to take it over.
Yeah, right. So on the noise ordinance, is there a non-emergency number to call for that if we have a problem?
Yes, sir. 765-3702. If you just Google Galveston Police Department, that's what's going to pop up.
That's what's going to.
Yes,
So that's what you want us to call if there is a problem.
For anything non-emergency. Yes, sir.
Anything non-emergency. So if we have a noise ordinance issue or something like that.
Correct.
That's the place to talk.
We also have I didn't mention it, I forgot. If you call 911 now, you'll have a fourth option. Typically it was, do you need fire, EMS, or police? And now we have mental health services added to that as of October 1st. And we're continuously working towards a multidisciplinary response team program that will launch in the beginning of the year. We hope to be active and live January 2nd. But of course, like anything else, when you're implementing a project, you run into some hiccups here and there. And we've run into a few and working through some today, but we hope to be live. I think it's way past time. Texas doesn't spend a lot of money on mental health. And we have a lot. And we attract people that come in. Our transient population, any study will tell you that, well, they all argue with each other, but anywhere between 24 to 55% of the homeless are experiencing some type of mental disorder. And we have a large population, and so it's tough to deal with. We know this, that jail and the hospital are generally not the answer to get to where we need to be, because the recidivism rates are just insane. So we just continue the cycle, continue the cycle, continue the cycle. So at some point we have to break that cycle, and that's what we're going to try to do. And even by allocating resources that we don't have because we're short, by allocating those resources, we hope that we will follow the trend of other cities that have done this, and it will reduce our calls for service regarding mental health so significantly that we won't be able to operate without that money. It's better to have it than not. And we free up space in the jail, we free up space in hospital beds, and that's our goal. So, yes, ma'am.
In your limited interviews you have with those 127 people who were arrested for DUI, say 127?
Yeah, well, right at 100. But yes, ma'am.
Okay, so in your limited interview with them afterwards, because I know they can't, you won't talk to too much. Did the majority of them say they were drinking at home or at their short-term rental or at a bar?
That is a great question. And that's part of the questioning is, where are you coming from? And that's a standard question that DPS has us ask. I don't have an answer. I'm sorry, I just don't. We would have to go in and extract that information, and we do not have any analytical way to do that through our computer system. But I like it. I think that's important to know, and you have me thinking. So, thank you for that. No, that's a great question. It really is. I know of the 3 fatal accidents that resulted in 7 deaths. We had 2 leaving establishments and 1 leaving the beach, and it was all he had provided it to himself. But most of the time, leaving an establishment.
I'm from here.
Oh, you have Model T.
There's a difference. But have y'all thought about doing some kind of marketing or like Texas did years ago, Don't Mess with Texas? Don't mess with, I'm not saying don't mess with Galveston, but some kind of marketing thing about DWI and drinking and driving, some kind of marketing thing where we could actually put it in the rentals, put it in our businesses. So when people come in, they know that, hey, it's here.
I like that. That's a great idea. We have 2 short commercials out that we've blasted out. They're on Channel 16 and YouTube, and social media platforms. And we're proud of those, and we got them out pretty quickly. We do not have any flyers, any forms,
That'd
but
be nice to have like even a sticker of some sort.
no, I like it.
Support, the Galveston DWR. I mean,
So
some
they-
kind of marketing.
Slogan.
That we can all put it on our windows or doors,
I like it.
all over the place, and then make some of the bars put it up there too.
Sure,
Like,
sure.
hey, I'll put it on my.
And when I talk, it brings up another point, but I love that idea. And I kind of love the drive like your kids live here,
Right.
sort of thing. But enforcement and arrest isn't really our goal. Our goal is for it to not occur. Mardi Gras and review, I think, Fox 20 barn, and talking then to the news media saying, look, have a plan and be prepared to get home, because if you come down here, you're going to drink more than you planned on. And so have a plan to get home. And if your plans fail, find a cop. We don't want to put you, we don't have time to get off the street to do that. We don't want to do that. We want to help. But you have to be able to help yourself as well. And so and I don't know what that looks like. Pin something to yourself that says, hi, my name is so-and-so, emergency contact numbers. So the great thing about an iPhone, or any phone, right, is you can get into emergency contacts. Even when someone is just kind of not able to tell you who to call, you can get in emergency contacts and kind of go that way. Our officers they really try. No one wants to put someone in jail for PI. No one wants to put someone in jail for DWI. But if you're out there, and I'll tell you how serious the officers are. I think last week we got our 3rd law enforcement officer as a part of those arrests, and that's how serious the Galveston Police Department is about making our streets safer. And I saw the first one come through. It was a federal agent. I saw another come through as a federal agent. I saw another come through. It was a state of Texas law enforcement. And I just thought, wow, the problem is real. The problem is real if we're getting those types of statistics in a very short period of time. But I love the idea. I love the idea of pamphlets and maybe stickers, yard signs with just anything that we can do to raise awareness.
A QR code that it would have the link to Uber, taxi, rideshare, blah, blah. I mean, one click of a QR code and it's hitting a variety of ways, trawling.
Get your own kind of QR code, yeah.
See what happens when we're full of marketing.
That's right.
Yeah.
Chief,
sir.
we have some members on our Zoom. We have a question.
We have a question. So her question is the tracking of calls for short-term rentals, like as we start tracking them as they come in, how will we be able to differentiate if a house is actually the victim of something or actually, I call it a perk. So for example, she says she has random local people who urinate on her porch. She has a woman breaking into housing and today a neighborhood kid into her house. So when that's called in, how is it that it's not marked against her and actually showing that she's a victim?
Great, that's a great question. And I don't know how this is going to be tracked. I know that there was a presentation for some external company to come in and do that. I don't know that that's going to be a reality. I think if it is, those fees would be passed on to you. So I don't know if that's the best way to do this, to be quite honest with you. That and Galveston is just different than anywhere else they're probably doing this. If you don't think Galveston is different, drive on Broadway and figure out why it is that we turn behind each other and not in front of each other. Just Galveston's it's just Galveston. It's crazy. Why do y'all do that? I don't know. But it's not safe. Don't tell me what to do. This is Galveston. This is how we do it. So I don't know. I can't answer that question. You know, for us, a call for service is going to come in. It's going to be logged in our RMS system that we had a call. If an officer just happens to step out in front of your house and say, headquarters, I'm out at 1821 Avenue N and a half on a suspicious person, it's going to log it at your house. However we do this, I believe it would have to be fair. It would have to be. Now, I'm not saying life is fair, and sometimes we do things differently, but
So
Yes,
Chief,
sir.
will it log it in as an STR or a resident or just a call?
for us, we had no idea
Okay.
that it's an
Yeah,
STR.
'Cause-
None.
So here's where I think this member was going. When Bryson Frazier from the Park Board, we know they have a new software, a data system that will start going in place in December. It's going to start tracking calls, information, code enforcement issues and that kind of stuff. I think a question we have for you, because we know, of course, Marshall Stroud's going to be involved in that. Will the police department have access to that also, or be involved in that, or do you know yet?
I would say we probably would
Okay,
not,
that's a good question.
because I don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
I know that they were looking at software, but I
Right.
did not know that any was purchased.
Yeah, yes, it is.
And,
definitely.
Generally, the calls are gonna come in, especially anything through that
Right.
occurs after hours.
Sure.
Because the marshals are gone usually
Correct.
by
and
6
that's-
PM.
right.
And so anything after hours, we would respond to. And we, generally, the only time we know it's an STR is because the person calling in saying, it's a short-term rental, and these people
Right.
won't shut up, and I'm trying to go to sleep.
Right.
And so then we know
Sure.
and go over and talk to them. But I don't think that software is going to jive with our RMS system.
Okay, that's good. That's interesting. All right.
But I think it should be fair. You shouldn't be penalized
Of course.
for things that are out of your control. It could be that someone runs into your yard and is tackled by a policeman in that exact spot,
Right.
and then it has nothing to do with it.
You give a question.
Is the non-emergency law contract
Yes,
with the 911 or are they
separate,
separate?
separate, but they're all recorded. And any call for service is created in our RMS system. So it exists, it's alive, it's there, and it cannot be pulled out. Even when, so much so that when we're trying to analytically track the number of accidents that occur on the island, we have to go in and be really careful, because if if you have a major accident, a really bad accident on Broadway, you may get 7 calls and it's logged 7 times. Generally, they're all really close together. So you know there's not 7 accidents at the same in a short time frame. So you have to just start crossing those off. But everything is logged in. All of our animal control calls, anything that comes in through the PD gets what we call an event number, and it lives forever.
Any other questions? Anyone else? 'Cause I know Chief is
No, I'm,
busy,
I
and
do
probably
this
not get
all
paid overtime like the rest of us.
well, yeah. Overtime about like that.
Yeah. A lot. I was a school teacher. I got so much overtime paid, it's crazy.
Thank y'all.
We want to thank Chief. And So we're gonna do some real quick business and then we have lots to do. So I would like to ask Gina, our treasurer, for treasury report.
Yes, it is
Wait for it.
$5,096.68.
Very good. I'm gonna switch things around a little bit. We have some new business partners and those people are gonna want to speak, but I'm gonna let you sit for just a few more minutes. What I need to talk real quick about, we're getting ready to have elections for new board for Strobe. We have 7 board positions. We have officers that we have president, vice president, treasurer, and secretary are the officers. The others are board members. Currently, as of right now, Randall, our current president, is not running for a board position. Ruth is not running for a board position, and Gina right now is not running our treasurer. So we know we need 3 people for our board. We really need people to help and step up. The good thing is we only have 4 meetings a year. So it's, it's not overwhelming, although it can be, but it's not. So I would encourage, please think about it. Ask fellow members. We need people to step up. We need to fill those positions. Nominations start now. They're going to end November 1st. If you are interested in joining the board, you need to email Randall, and we send out his email. We can get it to you if you need it. If you have any questions, please let us know. We'd be glad to answer any questions we have. Remember that we are a 504. We're a nonprofit. Just remember that. Any questions about elections? Yes, ma'am.
So do you have specific job descriptions for each one
So
of those?
yes and no, that's a good question. So the way it works is, we will, members will elect a new board, 7 people. That board will get together and they then select the officers from themselves. So those 7 people who were elected will then decide who they would want to be the president, vice president, treasurer, so forth. So does that make sense? The membership does not do that according to our bylaws. Our bylaws don't work that way. And our bylaws are also on our website. So anyone can read our bylaws anytime you want to. Yeah. So yeah, I have been vice president for a long, long time. And I'll be very honest with you. I would like to slow down. I would love a new vice president, a new anything. Trust me. I'm actually, we have Anna Dre. So I am running. Anna Dre, who is a board member, is running. Winter, our current secretary, is running. And Vonda, a board member. Vonda, raise your hand. Vonda is running. So if we get your vote, that's great. We'll go from there. But we need 3. Yep. I know. Go ahead. It's all right.
Trying to wrap my brain around it. So if you access the Strobe, will that information, like a little bit of your profile?
Yes,
For somebody like me that's new,
We're gonna ask
do I
we're gonna ask
understand?
people to submit a short bio.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. All that will come forth. Oh, all that. Yeah, absolutely. Good question. Go ahead. Randall is supposed to be doing this. I wouldn't That's why I'm not real prepared. That's my excuse anyway. Oh, I've been doing it for 7 years. But hey, yeah, it's very fulfilling. You know, Stroke has come a long way in Galveston. We now have a voice at the table at City Council, believe it or not. You know, we have 4,000 short-term rentals. We have most of our short-term rentals owners do not live on island. Y'all know that. Maybe some of you. And that's not good or bad. I mean, it is what it is. Board members can be any. Anna Dre lives in Chicago. You know, our board, when we have our board meetings, they're by Zoom. So everything nowadays, everything is, oh my God, it's amazing. I can't figure it out, but they do. Yeah. But you know, council can't go to 4,000 people, but they do call us. We were very fortunate with the short-term rental task force. Mayor Brown selected myself and Mary Branham, who was our past president, who is not here tonight, and I'm gonna have to give her a call. But her place so full, and she's also a member of the task force. So that's a good thing. So we're well represented. Any more questions about voting? So November 1st is the end of that. At the Christmas party or holiday party on December 12th, which I'll talk about in a second, we will announce the new board. And then we'll let you know who's going to be officers and so forth. And hopefully Ron Miller will not be vice president again. And I do not want to be president. I'm here to tell you publicly. I'm just too old.
I thought that was very normal or
No. I had to take it over for a little bit, which is according to bylaws, when Mary Branham, our past, before Randall, and Mary was president for a long time. She ran for a city council position, so she had to leave us as president because of conflict of interest. And so I had to step in for a while until we elected Randall. Thank you. And I'm gonna tell you, Randall has been excellent. Gina has been a treasure for a long time also. So we're here for the long run. So any other questions about voting? Nope. So just a couple more things. We need some votes, some budget votes. We have December 12th. We are going to have our annual Stroke holiday party. It is open. We send out invitations to the whole city of Galveston. We really want all of our movers and shakers to be there. Council, wharf board, parks board, colleges. We want all those people. We want them. We always invite them. They're part of our community. We want them to know who we are. So forth and so forth, as well as our members and bring guests and so forth. This year is going to be a really nice one. We cater it. We'll take care of that, which is where you're going to come in 5 seconds on a budget. This year, Carriage House has been gracious. They are sponsoring, or not sponsoring, we're having our holiday party at the Carriage House on the street. So thank you guys. We appreciate that. We cater it. I'm not going to give a whole lot of details, that kind of stuff, but catering. So we have budgeted about $750 for catering this year for the party. We may not use all that. It depends on when we talk to the caterer in terms of how many people RSVP, you know, whatever we have and that kind of stuff. But we like to do a little bit more than less. That way we can always put money back in, which is what we did last year. Last year we budgeted for $750 and we're going to do the same thing this year. So I would like someone to make a motion for a budget for the holiday party. I move that we approve the $750. Thank you. Have a second? We have a second. Any discussion? Anyone want to contribute or give a little side check? No. That's okay. So, yes, sir.
How many people does that serve?
You know, that's a good question. So last year, what we did, Coastal Grill catered it for us. And it was mostly finger foods and that kind of stuff. I think we had 50 people, almost 50 people at that party. And it's usually, in this year specifically, it's going to be a kind of a come and go, 5:30 to 8 o'clock. It's going to be on a Monday. So with that way, we can hit those people who are still working, and all those people on the way home, they can come by and get a snack and stuff and all that kind of stuff. So it all depends. I'm sorry, do what, Barbara? December 12th. You're gonna get all kind of emails, trust me. Oh, all kind of emails. And we would like an RSVP. That doesn't always happen, but we like to know approximately, so we can do all that kind of stuff. So can we have a vote to accept at least a $750 budget to use or less? Would you raise your hand if you?
All in favor?
All in favor, thank you. I remember doing this. Help me with my Roberts, because thank you. We got that passed. Very good. The second one has to do with the holiday party also. We have traditionally given a $500 check to a local nonprofit community. Last year, we gave a $500 check to Ada. It was an island woman abuse and alcohol, drugs abuse center. They're very small, very incredible people on it. We have not selected anyone this year, but we would like to have a vote to again do a $500 donation to a local charity. We always do local because that's who we are. When we pick, we try to pick. There's so many things out there, but and I'm not going to say connections in short-term rentals, but we like to have some kind of circle, that kind of stuff, So that's kind of how we look at it. Can I have let's have someone else do me a motion. Thank you. Hello. To $500 donation.
We don't have to specify.
We don't know how to specify to who.
I'm sorry.
To whom?
Oh, we don't know. Just to a nonprofit. Yeah, we just need an amount, and then we're going to decide. We haven't decided that yet.
Sorry, I move that we donate $500 to charity.
Sure. I like the word charity and that's exactly what it is. We have a second over here. Thank you. Yeah. We'll let everyone know ahead of time who we've selected. We get people, and if anyone would like to email any of us that they have a suggestion, we'd be glad to look at those too. Actually, I've already had quite a few already, and they're all like, the hard part is like picking one because they're all so deserving, especially with COVID. That hit our nonprofits and our charities really hard this year and the last year. So they're all really, and we try the small guys, although everyone needs it, but the big guys usually get big donors. And so we really try to do, that's why we picked Ada last year. So that's been passed. So now, let's go to new partners. We have some new business partners. I'm gonna would like you guys to step up and give us a really quick spiel. We have a little more. Actually, I had them listed in my water. I can't see it anymore. But we'll start with Hearsay. We have a new business partner. Come on up. We have Hearsay on the Strand as a new business partner. Yeah.
I think most of you know Hearsay on the Strand. If you don't, come find me. It's really easy. I'm Sean Collier. I'm the head of marketing for all the Hearsay restaurants. Tiffany Williams is our GM over there. So if you haven't been over there, go say hi to Tiffany. We basically want to be your destination of choice for dining and drinking. We figure if we're your destination, we'll be your folks' destination. So
absolutely. No, we will love to gear ourselves as well as our guests. Absolutely. I will also say Etc. is also a new business partner. If you don't know Etc. on 25th Street, they were supposed to be here, but they're not here tonight. Oh, there we. Well, come up here. Oh my God, there you are. You came in late on me. Come on up. Oh my God. You got to be quick with me, sister, because I'm gonna tell you, I got time. Etc. is here.
So I'm Victoria Newsom with Etc. We're at 25th and Market. The actual address is 408 25th Street. We do lunch, so we're 11 to 4. And there's two things about us. One is that we do tons of vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free. So if you have anyone who has a diet sensitivity, pretty much the whole menu, with the exception of 2 entrees, are accessible to everyone. So we have a lot of mixed families. Someone's vegan, someone eats red meat, and everything between. Because we just do lunch, also we are an event venue. So we do small weddings, rehearsal dinners, bridal showers. I know quite a few of you don't allow events at your establishment. And so we do events in the evening. So, and we can go formal or we can go casual. So we, cross it. The other thing we need to get it to email to membership is that should you refer someone to us for an event, we do have a lead gratuity that we give back to you, depending on the size of the party. And so there is money in it for you if we book a party for someone that's, out of one of your restaurants.
Go ahead, question?
We're good. I do need to
Yes,
know,
ma'am.
We always share with our guests that come into our tours, your location, because of that simple fact that you do have those options, that they're a lot more, they're very sensitive. And
no, we do.
right to you.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah.
And I just got corrected. No, you're fine. But before, Veronica, Lisa, I will tell you, we had, Stroke had a wine tasting last month, and they did the hors d'oeuvre for us. They were excellent. It was a big turnout. We're gonna look at, we're gonna try to do that again. So keep your ears open. We're trying to do more things to get people invited, involved and so forth. I was just corrected that we did not do a vote on the $500. They watched me and y'all just sat there. So the person on Zoom who said it,
Do we have a second?
yeah, we did have a second. We did. Yeah. Thank you, Vonda. I can't even say anymore. So would you raise your hand if you're $500?
All those in favor?
All those in favor? I could see a good board member. I'm just saying, you need to be careful. I'm just saying. So we're also gonna do something different. So we are trying each meeting to do door prizes, and we try to get them. I do try to get them. Where? Oh my God! It's probably. Oh my God! I'm gonna. Chief is eating, but I'm gonna have him pull one. So we have 3 door prizes. We have Carriage House has donated a carriage rental. Extremely nice. So that's really nice. We have a 2 GHF tickets. They're about $64 a piece. They go to the Bishop's house and to the Alyssa and to the Dolphin tours and that kind of stuff. And then we have a 2 coffee mugs, Galveston coffee mugs, and a Galveston puzzle. Use it for yourself, put it in your rental. Chief is gonna pull a number and you go first person. Do what? And here's your number. There it is right there. So.
He just pulled his own number.
Is it really? Oh, I don't believe it. It really is. Give me that sucker. Oh, and they were the only good thing is the police chief pulled it. So I'm just saying, I'm not arguing with the man with the gun. So you have first choice, whichever one you want, my friend.
This.
Yeah, so this is the Carriage House rental. It's a 5-seat golf cart rental for $156 for 3 hours or something like that.
Yeah.
2 GHF tickets, they're about $120, and then this is about $50. It's a Galveston puzzle,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. So it's up to you.
Man, I was actually wanting coffee mugs.
Well, take them, look at them first. They're yours. So we're going to do all these real quick. That way people can, if you want to. So we'll see how lucky it is. Congratulations. One more time. Okay, number 039, last 2 digits, 039. Barbara, come on down. She has a great short-term rental next to Sunny. Which one do you want?
I think I'm gonna take the ticket.
Take them, sister, you got it. One more. One more. Thank you, Chief. Now you go sit down and leave us alone. 041. Come on down. Last time, this has been my first choice. Oh, my Lord. Thank you.
What you got?
That's the carriage house.
Oh, wow.
Very good. Yeah, we appreciate you. Huh? Oh, yes. So now we're gonna do new business partner. We still, I did, like, he was there. So who else is a new business partner beside Hearsay? Come on up.
Hi there, I am Danny. I'm with Waste B&B. Basically, it's a service that offers can to curb service for full cans out one night, and next night, take them back in. Just takes care of all the issues all together, and strong members get a discount as well as soon as you sign up. First time we do it, we give you a 15-day free trial. And since we are on the island, we don't know how to count. It's actually going to start the next calendar month. So you can kind of take advantage of that if you want. But it's a nice, easy service. It's already helping a lot of people not have to worry about that trash.
Great.
Thank you.
So, anyone else, business partners want to speak? Come on. Good time. We have a few more minutes. We're perfect timing. I run a tight ship. I'm just saying. No. Yeah. No.
So we are the food tours on the island. We also like to employ our retired school teachers, law enforcement, firefighters, EMS. We feel like that gives full circle, but we partner with locally owned restaurants that run down the Strand. We have Hearsay involved with that, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
As well as we also go off the beaten path where the locals go. A lot of people know about the beach, a lot of people know about the Strand, but when the visitors come, they want to know where the locals go. So we have another tour that comes down Rosenberg, down 25th. So that's really fun. We're going to be expanding soon in the future. We do have alcohol pairing on 2 of those tours, with the chief getting up speaking about that. On our website, when you go to tasteofthestrand.com, you will see where they have to sign waivers. Not only do they sign the waivers, but they check the box that they recognize that it wasn't an accidental sign, right? Y'all know how guests can be, and that it's a proper check. And we cannot force them not to drive, but we do strongly, in all caps, recommend that they take our trolley system for $1, that they use a ride share taxi service. And we love recommending the guests. They always ask us, where can we stay? Other than a big hotel, other than something that's, a big corporation. I'm like, you need to try our local, local rentals. And so to be a part of it for us is huge. And I think I'm more thrilled to be here than y'all are to have me here. So we really enjoy it. And the next time y'all have one of these, let me know, and I'll throw in some tickets for that raffle and make sure we get you
Remember,
downtown.
we will do it. Thank you very much. We
All right,
appreciate it.
thank you.
J.R. Shaw has a question or a comment.
Yeah, so I'm not a new member, actually. Was
No,
it last,
oh,
was it last time?
member.
Was
Look
it
at
last
it's really
time I
old.
presented or the time before? I don't
Yeah.
remember. Yeah, so I'm J.R. Shaw. I am the creator of Galveston Unscripted podcast and audio tour. If you guys haven't heard it or checked it out, please check it out. We were just, or the podcast and audio tour was just awarded the Sally B. Wallace Historic Preservation Award from GHF. The goal is to get the audio tour in front of as many people as possible. So if you guys would like to provide a free award-winning audio tour to your guests, completely free, I have these little plaques that I would love to give to you to place in your unit, to free, super quick access, QR codes and NFC tags. So if you don't want a plaque, I have little cards. You just tap your phone and it opens directly up to the audio tour. Super quick, super easy. If you want one, get with me. I'll get your information and I'll print them up and bring them directly to you or your rental.
Sounds good.
That's it.
Good. Yeah. Pima, y'all want to say anything? I mean, while you're here, everyone else is talking, might as well.
Yeah, we were here last time.
Yeah.
Come on up.
Yeah.
There we go.
Normally we only do each time those new members, but
Ron's in charge.
Yeah.
I'm in charge. Not wearing underwear, let's go.
No, you're good. We were here last time, but we're with PMI Galveston Bay. We're a locally owned property management company, but we are part of a franchise. It's been around for about 15 years. Yeah, we are full service, so we take care of marketing, accounting, tax services, and property preservation, maintenance, all that stuff. We work with a lot of local vendors, but I think that's pretty much
You're on
it.
our
But yeah,
website.
we do like doing like the full service property management, but we also do like to work with the owner individually if they want some part in managing their property. So we're a little bit flexible on that.
Cool.
But yeah.
All right, thank you very much. Couple of side notes. If your property is not on our website, you need to let us know. I don't check it anymore. It's just, it's like, I'm not getting paid secretarial, so it's like, you're on your own. Just saying, I draw the line. We've been sending emails. We also, another issue we're having members that are joining, and it's a two-part. You have to fill out an application, and you have to be vetted because we're a nonprofit. We have to make sure that you're abiding by our city ordinance, which is easy, but we have to do it. It's just a little check off. And then once you're vetted, then you have to pay your annual fee, and it's prorated right now. I think it's, I don't know, $25, whatever it is. It's normally $50 a year. I still have like quite a few people, I don't think quite a few, 10 people that are still, we're waiting. And I'm like, and I've sent emails, and I'm like, that's it, no more. And I'm sure it's just, taking time. And it's no big deal because the money is not the issue because we're a nonprofit. $25 is not going to make or break Shrove, unfortunately. But in any case, so if you do, let us know. If you have any questions, let us know. I have members here who are already given checks, so no big deal. What else? But check the website and check on there. So that's all I have. Do we have any other business anyone want to discuss? We wrap it up. It's getting to be really close to wrap up time. And Ron is tired. It's 8 o'clock as we speak. No? Thank you. I want everyone to thank Coastal Grove for sponsoring this. They have been really generous to us also. This is free. So tip these guys, make sure you pay your bill. Last time I forgot, I had to drive all the way back. I know, it's sad. It happened. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you for all the people on Zoom. We appreciate that. See Cornelia there. Thank you guys. All right. See you hopefully the Christmas party. Bring someone. Whatever you need to do. All right, guys. Thank you. You'll be getting a lot of information on the party.
Hey, y'all. I just wanted to thank all of you for tuning in and joining us via Zoom. We love making this available to everybody. So thank y'all for taking the time tonight. Great idea about seeing how we can get the Zoom people in on the drawing too, because there's some good prizes there now. I'm going to work on that for the next meeting. So thanks, guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye. Good luck running all of our homes. Bye, y'all.
Thank you. Good to see you.
You too, Cornelia. Miss ya.
Miss you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.